So I always tell my clients, you're not going to be depersonalization, realization with your mind. You're going to have to be the symptoms with your body. And that's why the symptoms are there, because your body is full of tension, adrenaline, emotion, and fatigue to the point that your brain thinks that you're about to be eaten by a lion. Depersonalization, realization are essentially like a circuit breaker in a house. So this actually happened, I think yesterday. So I've got a heater because it's super cold. And I plugged it into the same surge protector that my computer and my lights and all this stuff is plugged into, and it overwhelmed the electrical system. And so zoom, all of a sudden everything shut off. And now I have to plug in my heater to a different outlet. But that temporary disconnection from power was a protective defense mechanism to prevent my computer and everything else that's plugged into it from burning out. In the same way, your brain has a procedure whenever you are overwhelmed with stress and fatigue, and it is depersonalization, realization for some people. Not everybody's nervous system decides to respond with those symptoms, but if you're experiencing them, they are dissociative symptoms. Dissociation comes from a Latin root word that means to sever or separate. It's basically your brain making you feel separated from your body, which is depersonalization. Your brain feels separated from the material world, which is derealization, trying to protect you just in case you're being eaten by a lion. Your brain thinks that because there's such a buildup of tension, adrenaline, emotion, and fatigue in the body that you must be about to get eaten. And it's kind of like nature's last gift. If you're going to be eaten, you might as well not feel it. But we don't know this, and I didn't know this whenever I first started to experience DPDR back in 2008. I'd had a bad marijuana experience is what initially brought it on, and I had a bad panic attack. And once I hit that point of overwhelm and my friends wouldn't call an ambulance, I started to feel like I was watching myself pacing back and forth. I started to feel like I was watching everything on a movie, and time felt very distorted. It was very, very bizarre. But that's because I hit that point of overwhelm in my nervous system. And so once the symptoms showed up, because I didn't know that it was my brain trying to help me, I thought that the symptoms were the problem. This is the number one mistake that people make, is they think that the symptoms are the problem and they're trying to use their mind to overcome the symptoms. Whenever really the main thing that we need to be focusing on is your body. The symptoms are safe. They're there because your brain is trying to protect you, but we need to get your body much more rested, much more relaxed, release your emotions, make sure that we're setting up your lifestyle to ensure that you're not driving your body into the ground. And also, of course, if you follow my videos, you know, co-regulation, working with somebody that builds hope in you, can build a secure attachment relationship, guide you through that process is really important too. But we have to focus on the body. Your mind is not powerful enough to beat this because of what's happening in the body.